Hello, hello, beautiful creators. Happy New Year. You are fast, Simela.
Hello.
Hello.
I
Hello.
just got into my car. Can you believe that?
You are in your car.
Yes, I'm driving home.
Wow. And is Anche there as well?
No, Angie is in her car. I just left her um, next to her car, so she's coming also.
Okay, okay. Good, good. Well, drive safely.
Thank you.
And that's cool. Okay, so yeah, we still have 2 minutes until everyone else arrives. I just had the free call in the manifesting like a master membership. It was so cool. So it's so good that I put that just before the 5D because I get so excited by the time I finish the call. So I'm like super high vibe now and ready to kick off our first call of the year with some powerful thoughts about what to expect in 2025, what energies to expect. I'm going to just so beautiful, ladies. Hello. Happy New Year to all of you. So good to see you. I'm super excited to kick off our new year with these beautiful new energies. And what I want to talk to today about is, well, first of all, what 2025 is going to be about. We kind of talked a little bit about this towards the end of last year, but I want to make it more clear. And I also want to bring a lot of clarity about how to proceed from today onwards, so you can really, what's the best word to use? That you can really, really um, anchor these energies down in a way, in a best way, in a biggest way, and tapping into hidden powers of yours that you were maybe not aware of so far, and you didn't know how to use them. So this is what I want to share with you. I gathered my thoughts in a way that that I can give it to you. We talked a lot about this the last few weeks, but today I just want to put them in kind of in more order and summarize them. So these are the things we are doing. So you actually are able to to use them on a daily basis, because this is very important. We are going into 2025, and then obviously after that I want us to have like a conversation. So if you want to share how was your end of the year, if you want to share what was the biggest takeaway of 2024, kind of for us and for yourself, and yeah, so where to start? 2025, right? It's going to accelerate like something you've never seen before. And that means that some people say that 2025 is going to feel like 10 years in one. So 1 month is going to feel like the growth you are able to achieve in 1 month is, or yeah, it makes up to almost a whole year. And that means one very, very important thing for us, that whatever you are focused on, that's going to expand like crazy. So you better choose the thoughts that you really want to be engaged with, and this is what I want to talk about today. We have to become more and more aware of exactly what we are thinking, because those are creating the emotions that are creating a vibration, which creates the frequency, which is reflected in your 3D reality. Now, you knew this, but now it's more important than ever that you really, really start doing it. like not just every now and again, but you understand that. And today we talked with Simela for like an hour or something like that, and every time we talk, I do kind of a coaching. I can't stop myself. I'm always talking about the same thing. And she said something like, "Oh my God, now that you brought that home to me." And I was like, okay, I need to then mention this. So it's a very, very good thing that she said to me, because I didn't realize how important that was, that one thing. So 2025 will start accelerating everything in our lives. So if so far you did not dare to look into your shadow, well, your shadow is going to be pushed to the surface more than ever. It's going to be, I would say, not in a way to scare you, but in a way to become aware of it. So it's going to be fast. You're going to see it, and you're going to realize that it's not true. So it's an illusion. And we talked about this in the previous call, that if you didn't, you thought that it's a monster, so you always ran away of it. Now you cannot run away anymore. So you finally face it, and you realize it's actually a butterfly. That's what's going on. And 2025, you cannot escape this anymore. All these years before, you were left alone in a way. You could do your healing, you could do your awareness thing, you can do your things, but not that, like, you could get away, let's say. Now you will not be able to get away, because whatever you are holding true in your life is going to expand. Now, if you're holding true, lack and scarcity is going to expand. If you hold true, abandonment feelings, fears, worried, it's going to expand like crazy. But if you start holding true the truth of what you want to experience, then that is going to be accelerated and expand fast in your life. And this is why it's so important to become aware every day, and to only think thoughts that are aligned with your desired reality. To become aware, and maybe for some of us, or some of you, you don't catch your thought when it comes and it's not aligned, but you catch your body. You feel the body, that you feel the emotion of something off, of some worry, of some fear, or whatever. Now, if you catch your body, just become aware of the thought and change and say no. Like, no, I'm rejecting to buy into this shit anymore, or I'm rejecting the lack, or I'm rejecting this illusion. Because this is where your power lies. You will able to say no over and over again. Every time that thought comes in, you can say no. No, I'm not interested, because this is who I am, or this is what I'm choosing. We talked about this, but now it's more important that you really pay attention to only think the thoughts that you really want and that feel good. Thoughts that feel good. Thoughts that don't feel good, they're obviously not aligned with what you desire. So if you start contemplating them without realizing that it doesn't feel good, and then you ignore your body, you ignore the not feeling good, and you keep continuing the emotions and keep continuing the thoughts, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So eventually you will start suffering, and it's not even real. So yeah, that's a big thing from 2024, guys. Like, this was my, I guess, the biggest learning of my life, that I knew it, and yet I ignored my body. Like, I ignored the fact that I feel resistance, and I ignored it to a point where it started to match up my reality. And now I was looking at my reality, and the sole responsible, it's me, my thoughts. Uh, and and when you look at them and you're like, oh shit, this is me doing it. So there's no karma, there's no, you know, whatever, reptilians or God, or whoever you want to blame for it, or your, you know, parents, or your ancestors, or your past lives. Like it's so funny. I have to laugh about this because there's so many people doing this. I've been doing this forever, like believing that why life is not working the way I want, it's because there is something out there that it's holding me back, something out of my reach, which is a past life. Like how crazy that is, that it's something that you like, that's insane to believe that God made you as a creator, but then you don't have the power because your power is in a past life, or your power is at some, bad aliens that that are invading the planet Earth, or your power is in the Pleiadians who are going to save you, or your power is in your fucked up childhood, or your power is in your ancestors who were super unconscious about what the heck they were doing. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yes, yet we bought into it. Like, I definitely bought into it, and I know you, in one part of your life or the other, you also bought into that. So now we are coming to a place where there's no one to blame. It's your thought. So when you understand it's the thought you're thinking, so you can totally think that it's coming from past life, but then it's the thought you're thinking that it's coming from my past life. I'm fucked up. My life is fucked up. I cannot do anything because it's a fucking karma that I need to pay off. Well, good luck. You're going to create that. So, or you can just say, no, like, what the heck is that? Like, I refuse to believe this. So just become aware and bring your power back and say, no, I refuse to believe whatever it feels bad. Just know, and you should know by now, that it's not aligned to source within you. If it feels bad, is a lie. So just start saying no. And it was a beautiful call we had in the free membership, and someone said, and I love, because I shared Jessica's story with the car, like more and more and more people are faced with their biggest fear. And because that's why you cannot do this anymore to yourself, that you are running away from something that it's not true. So the person said, I was getting ill just before the party of I think New Year's Eve party, and I could feel like all these whoa are coming up, and then my mind was explaining the meaning. Yes, because it's the solar flares. Yes, because it's the ascension symptoms and blah blah blah. But then all of a sudden she had that moment where she had her power, and she said, "No, like no." I don't want, like, I don't accept this. And she had this beautiful flip, right? That instead of being focused on, I don't like this, and attacking the present moment with the present story that my body is having this assumption, or I'm getting a cold or a flu, or I don't want this because I want to go to party. And like, instead of getting and attacking the present reality, so getting more of that and getting deeper into the not wanting, so expanding in the not wanting, she had a moment and she said, no, I'm good. Like, I want to go. Like, I'm going to go, and that's it. Like, I'm perfect. Like, my health is perfect. I'm perfect. And in that moment, all her symptoms were gone. She's like, what happened? So she asked me today, can you explain what happened? And it's like, it's you, it's your choice, it's the power that we possess. And it's the power to say no to in the situation, to something that it feels like it's crawling up on you, whether that's a flu, no matter why it's there. So stop asking the why and creating the meanings about the why and the stories about the why, so you actually keep persisting in it. But just to say, not interested. Like, no, no. I choose to feel good no matter what. I choose to feel safe no matter what. I choose to feel abundant no matter what. I choose to feel this and this and it no matter what. And now we're coming back to that no matter what. Like, no matter if my body is having these symptoms, right? Nobody, if the car is doing this. No matter if my account is saying this. No matter if this person is behaving like this. No matter there's nothing showing up in the 3D, like, no matter what. So basically, You don't need anymore, and this is super important for us to finally understand this year. You don't need proof. You don't wait for proof in the outside world saying, am I doing a good job? Let me wait for my reality to show me that I'm doing a good job. You don't need proof from out there. You don't need permission from anyone because you are the creator. So you choose deliberately to reject what does not feel good, what is not part of what you want. It's not part of your desired reality. You can say no. And you don't do anything, which is the funniest thing in the world. They did not take action. Jessica didn't take action. This person didn't take action. They just deliberately chose to say no, not this, yes to this. And the other thing that I wanted to say, some people, and this is Simela told me, like she had this frustration believing that this has to happen instantly. Like, because I talked so much about instant, instant, instant. And if it's not happening instantly, it means that you're doing something wrong. Oh, I'm so happy she said that because I realized, oh no, like, guys, this can take years, but we can do it in months or weeks, but it can take years, and even years, are amazing because we have not been able to do this for lifetimes. Then what is years compared to lifetimes? So imagine that what we're doing now, we're doing this, so it's so accelerated that we're doing the growth that comes up to hundreds of lifetimes. So instant, yes, you will every now and again have a moment when it's just so fueled with energy in motion, which is emotion. So the moment where you face whatever you're facing, it's so fueled with emotion, either anger, like I'm sick and tired of this shit, or positive, like inspiration. Whether it doesn't matter what kind of emotion is behind it, but you just sometimes you are in the exactly right moment, right mindset, right heart set, and you just say no, and it happens and it changes instantly, and you are so surprised. Yes, that happens. It can happen. It doesn't matter because you are working long term, babies. That's what I had to say. You are working long term. You are on mastery. Mastery is not instant. You are here to master thoughts, deliberate thought creation, deliberate emotional. You become a deliberate feeler, a deliberate creator. That's not instant thingy. That's what we are doing here, that you become aware every day. You realize, oh, I'm again contemplating thoughts that I don't want to materialize. So then I stop and I choose, and I deliberately choose best feeling thoughts. So no matter where you are taking them from. So in the morning, for example, right, you'd start your day with the best feeling thought you can find right there, right then. The best feeling thought. It can be from the past, it can be from the present, or it can be from the future. It doesn't matter because it comes down to the emotion anyway. So you can think about something in the past that makes you feel successful or excited or loved or whatever is the highest you can look for. You can look around in the present, so you can look for why I'm the luckiest person in the world, and then just keep looking for all the things that you can call yourself the luckiest person, or what are the things you absolutely love in your reality, or what in which way you are abundant, right? There's all present related. So you look around, just around your table, or just really start paying awareness and focus on, like, I have so much. And or you go to the future and you start contemplating what's coming towards you and getting excited about, or delegating all your problems, or and saying, solution are speeding to me right here, right now, or I am abundant. Who if not me? When if not now? Whatever is your thing. We talked a lot about this. So choose whatever it feels good, and then really like completely double down on thoughts that feel good. And you become so strict with this, so strict, because the universe will start reflecting back who you are being, and who you are being is how you are feeling. So we talked about it. Stop denying love from you from right now. Stop denying your happiness right here, right now. Stop denying your joy. Start allowing it. You don't need anything from the future to give you permission. Any house, money, special person, a travel, you have it right here, right now. And the paradox is that if you feel it right here, right now, by the thoughts that you are thinking, that's manifestation. You remember that it's feeling the way you want to feel, with it or without it. And you really allow yourself to build up on the feeling every day, and you don't care, and you get better and better day by day, day by day. And this is the mastery. And now the universe is helping you that, because the more you focus, it's going to accelerate that. So that's why we are so many of us so excited about this, because we know how much power we are getting and how much help we are getting now. So it's just really becoming aware of ourselves and what's going on in our mind, is mastering our thoughts, mastering our mind, because it's a mind-based reality. Nothing really else matters than what you are thinking. And is anybody started listening to the 3 magic words? Nope, nope, nope. So I shared the book. It's an audio book. It's on YouTube. Guys, if you have time, just listen to that every day for like 20 minutes or half an hour in the car or wherever you are. It's so good. It's exactly about what I'm talking about, but it really explains you much in depth of how reality is created, how your thoughts are creating reality. Is bringing a lot of beautiful examples, especially after the second part. So the first 2 hours are really easy to understand. Then it gets very much into metaphysical, a lot talking about your true self, and down to quantum mechanics and quantum physics. So that gets a little bit to, I think, for some of you who I know that English is your second or third language, it can get a little bit exhausting to listen, but then you get over it. And around the 5th hour, it starts to get again very easy, very enjoyable, because it brings in practical ways, practical stories, and of how the universe matches up all the time you're thinking. So give it a try. The way that it helped me to listen is that I switched the speed. I went and I showed you in the messenger. I took a screenshot of that you can choose in the setting, and I put it to 8.59 instead of normal, with the minus. And because it talks slowlier, I could take a lot more in, and I was not losing it. So you experiment with that, but I really recommend it. It's absolutely basic to read. It's very powerful and very inspiring as well. I'm starting every day with that. Like since I started like a week ago, every day I start 20 minutes with that, and it just puts me in such a good place. I'm like, oh yeah, I know who I am. So I really, really recommend that to you. All righty. So I think this is mostly what I wanted to talk about. Also, I wanted to mention um, 2 more things, just because I talked about this before again, but it's very important to mention again. The other thing that comes in kind of together with you being like really focused on just the thoughts that makes you feel good, and reject all of them. So it's just choosing, saying yes, no, to completely not react anymore to your 3D reality. We talked a lot about this the last few weeks. Again, you're just practicing more and more and more, saying, because and Nero talks told us. I know that Simona said, I love Nero. Like you all, I think, Jessica, I see also you love Nero. Is just, I really like him, guys. So if you haven't listened to him, Nero Knowledge, right? Nero, Nero. I love this guy. This guy is just so different. Let's say that, very different to what we are accustomed to as a spiritual teacher. That's why I like him, because he does not fit the aesthetics of the spiritual teacher, and the language either. Or anything basically. So it really helps you to kind of pay different way attention to him. And he also teaches this. So again, I wanted to mention two big signs that you are on good track. Is one, things are getting worse. Important to know. If things are getting worse, it's the good sign that you are doing an amazing job, because your old self is freaking out. So it wants you back. So it will try to trigger you back. So that's why it's important to pay attention and not go down. I did go down many times because I believed, oh my God, and I bought it back into the same shit. The faster you realize that you don't pay attention, is like, okay, this means I'm doing a great job. So no, thank you. I'm not going to buy into it. It will save you years. The second thing, nothing is happening, right? That's another beautiful proof, if you really want proof, that you are doing something well, that nothing is showing up in the 3D. Again, because it's that time that before you smile, we talked a little bit about this in one of the master classes. So when you change your smile and now you start smiling, right? And in the mirror, which is your reflection in the 3D, it's not instantly that in the mirror you will start seeing you smiling. So you start smiling first, and then there is some time lapse, and then your reality will start smiling back. So that time lapse is nothing is happening. And that nothing is happening, it's adjustment period. So don't get scared. You are on the right path, really. So these are the two important things that I wanted to mention from Nero, because that helped me a lot to say, no, I'm not buying into this. No, I don't care about 3D. Like, whatever happens, it does not affect me. And I did this over and over and over and over and over and over again. And now I don't care about 3D, to a point where people ask me, the other day someone asked me, like my friend, so how about the party? I know you went to this party, and were there nice guys? Was there anyone interesting? And I'm like, I don't even look. Like, and before I was, like always looking, is there anyone interesting? Is maybe my soulmate here? So like, I don't care anymore about my 3D. I know that it will come when it comes, and I know I'm not going to miss it because it's for me. So I'm like, I don't need to do anything. I don't need to look. I don't need to do anything. I just need to be me, show up, and that's it. Show up where I need to show up, where I'm called, and I'm not going to miss anything. So very important. Also things to mention, just because we're starting the new year. So the important things are these. Nothing else matters. Yeah. Okay. Anyone who wants to, or if you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask the question. In case that you don't want to ask a question, then please share your biggest takeaway, either from 2024. I know we kind of talked about it last time, but maybe you want to mention something else, or where are you right now, or what had the biggest impact on you lately, or however you want to contribute today to the call.
Yeah, I just start if nobody is.
Yeah, please.
Well, it's good that you just told this that the 3D will come back to you and trigger you, because I think that is just happening now. I well, it was a little bit a crazy time. Before Christmas, I have to go to Germany because my father comes to the hospital, and I was there. I decided to stay there to don't leave him alone. And then I was really glad to come back to the beautiful island and enjoying. And well, my planned holidays changed because, of course, I go to Germany. I can't do the holidays I have planned. And now I'm back, and mm, my boyfriend is like, first was very glad that I'm here, and now it's the old story, like tricking with negative pensamientos,
Thoughts.
uh, thoughts. Thank you. And it was everything perfect till yesterday. Well, till today. Today he changed and starts with and I just said before, first I listened and I try to get back to him, and then I say to him, you know what, I don't buy your story anymore. So
I love that.
and
Wow, that's powerful.
now you told that don't that it's like the 3D is coming back and say I want you back, and I thought in this moment, no, I don't want to go again in this energy because I'm so glad. It's everything so fine. My life is beautiful, and he tried to say, well, but you don't have this, you don't have that. Yeah, but it's anyway. It's doesn't matter.
But I do
It's
have
perfect.
this and I do have that. Yeah, exactly. It's that's the old trick, like the old trick of pulling you back of all the things you don't have. So you cannot feel good because you don't have this and this and that. So you invited him like to tell you to try to take you back to the old self who is complaining about all these things, and you're like not interested in that story, thank you. I'd rather go for a walk and listen to positive affirmations or whatever you're doing.
No, I just we drink tea together, and I say to him, no, you know what? Because his friends washed him the mind, like with he was together with his friends, and they are very negative, and everybody, well, was like complaining how horrible is life. Sorry, I'm a little bit back in Spain, so my English is a little bit gone. So and then I just say, no, stop. I don't buy your story anymore. Just these words. I don't buy your story anymore. And now I stop, and I put it was YouTube music with energy, and he stopped to tell anything. So it was great.
I love that. So
Yeah.
that's it. That's the power, to just say no. Like just say no, no, not this anymore. I'm not accepting this into my life anymore. So if you want to complain, boy, yeah, you can go out, complain, or you can complain to the dog, you can complain to your friends. You can do this pity party, but I'm not into this anymore.
Yeah, no, it's good that you repeat this because in this moment I realized that I just did it, but I even don't realize it at that moment. So good. The next time when I see 3D is catching me, I just say stop.
Yeah, exactly. But whatever that is, okay? No matter if that is related to him or related to your job, which I know that it's your two main topics, job and relationship, right? So if that happens in your job, you do the same thing, like not interested. You might not be able to tell that to your boss in his face, but you can just really tell to yourself inside of you, like, I'm not buying into this anymore. Like, he can just air himself and say whatever he want to say because that's his story, right? And I'm like, I have no problem, and I respect his story, respect him, but I have the choice to either buy into it or not buy into it. And because I know what happens if I buy into it, and I've been there, done that, and I know that it makes me feel like shit, and if it makes me feel like shit, I attract shit, then I already know, like, we already know, we've been there, done that a million times the last few years. So it's just done. It doesn't anymore, doesn't worth it.
Yeah, thank you. Great.
Great. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Claire, tell us something because you are unmuted, so it's easy.
Hello?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm here. So, oh my God, I had 10 days, I just said, oh yeah, we'll have Christmas with my parents and I will be in Greece and visiting friends and I will have these amazing 10 days away from work and I won't worry about anything. I had 10 days, it was exactly what Nero said. Nero said, what you just said. He said, it gets worse. When it gets worse, you are on the right track. But at the beginning, I didn't realize that I was on the right track. So it was getting worse and worse. I mean, I arrived in Greece. I had 200 euros in my pocket. I paid the car I rented. And then I had another 40 euros to move around. And then suddenly I had like zero, nothing, nada. And I said, what the shit is that? What is happening? What the fuck? I mean, how the heck did I get here? I never got here in my entire life. So I really had to ask my son to borrow me 50 euros to continue my journey to reach my parents' house. And I felt so stuck and so like in the old story and just repeating things, and then I was just thinking of Nero. Yeah, when it gets worse, you're on the right track. And I said, how can that be the right track?
Yeah.
It was
Right,
really,
because it's what, and then he also adds, right, in the same video, that you stop reacting. That's the answer. So because you stop the cycle, and the cycle can only be stopped by you as source. Stop to think those thoughts and feel those emotions, and because that's how you are.
reaction you have had all your entire life.
Yeah.
And then I was just keep telling myself, no,
Yeah.
everything is fine. Everything is happening for me.
Yeah. Powerful. Yeah. She's gone. Everything is happening for me. Woo. Okay. She will be back. So yeah, so powerful. But that I would also add to this that you have to, you say that I'm on the right track, so I feel good no matter what. Like you're not allowing to go back into keep reacting, keep looking at your 3D, and keep allowing yourself to have the story of like, I only have 50. How could I, how the heck did I ended up here? Why? What's wrong with me? What the heck I'm doing wrong? Right? So that's what you need to stop and say, like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, what does it mean that you have that? I was thinking some thoughts, right? That created this reality. So yes, Simela, you're back. Yeah, and my internet is a bit weak. Anyway, you are muted. So if you want to unmute yourself, And yeah.
Okay. Now here I am. So I don't know what was the last thing you heard. I don't know if you heard the thing about the community.
We can hear
So
you. I
yeah,
think,
I
yeah.
was so surrounded with 3D people, and I was just like thinking, what am I doing here? You know, why are all these people so stuck in their reality, in their world, in their projection, in their film, in their creation? I I mean, it has been a long time that I didn't felt it this way because I'm surrounded by other kind of people, you know. It's our group, and then also my friends, they're different vibe, and then you suddenly get like boom into this, thrown into this 3D reality just to see perhaps how far I have gotten in the last years, you know, and how far away I am from this 3D reality. And also because in Greece, people are very, I don't know if this happens also in Hungary, they're superstitious. They
She's driving, so we are losing her because she's losing the 5D, 4D, 5D, 4G or whatever. She's losing something. Yeah, but it's true, right? So it's beautiful. You see, just to comment on her line of thought, that you can put towards what's happening, you can choose any story to explain it. But why not choose a story that makes you feel good? Like, for example, this is showing me how much I have evolved. It's showing me how far I've come instead of it's showing me that I can be still triggered, or it's showing me that I can still be pulled down into this 3D, or I'm still able to be triggered, or I didn't come as far as I thought. You see how different the two, one makes you feel empowered and one makes you feel disempowered. But there was no one there forcing you to pick this or that one. You have chosen to pick this or that one. And based on what you picked, and what you continue telling yourself, it's continuing to create a reality. So that's why it's important to now, once and for all, understand that you are the creator and the creation happens through thought.
what happened? Was it you or was it me?
It was you.
Ah, it was me. Okay.
So I
Okay.
just commented
So,
on the story that you picked, the meaning that you added, which was an empowering meaning.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just felt, you know, Greek society is so stuck still with believing in church, believing in God, and believing in whatever happens is the fault of the other person. Um, and you are you have been let down by your best friend, you have been let down by your partner, and it's never ever your fault, it has nothing to do with you. And I thought, really, does that still exist? Oh my goodness, you know. So it was really, and I didn't realize it until today when I arrived at the airport in Barcelona in Spain, and I felt such a different energy. And I said, oh my God, it was just like an awakening, you know, just get out of that 3D sucking in energy and come to a different vibe. Because in general, in Spain, you can talk to people and talk about, yeah, being your creator or being conscious, and people sort of understand it, although perhaps they don't apply it. But in Greece, it's like 1 million years away, this story, you know, because it's a very religious country also. So they're very stuck into religion and into beliefs and into
Into a
um,
punishing God.
yeah,
Believing,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, and
believing in a
punishing God,
punishing.
punishing society, um, uh, rage, anger, being upset with other people, and not seeing what do I have to do with this. It's all their fault. It is never my fault. They make my life miserable. My partner makes my life miserable. My friend makes my life miserable. My mother makes my life miserable. It's this kind of thing. And I didn't realize it until I came to the airport today, when I felt a different energy. And I said, oh my God, why haven't I seen it when I was there? I was sort of sucked into this energy. So, wow.
That now it just reminds me of I'm so proud of all of you, each of you, and um, of myself as well. Like, can you really see like who we are becoming? Can you really? And I know I'm also surrounded by amazing people, so I'm not exposed to any 3D or like I would say normal people. I don't know who's normal now, but um, like I'm not exposed. Like I just go to places where I meet these kind of people, and I just have friends like this, and because I just don't want to be with anyone else, and I'm not curious about any type of other type of people. So, and my family is like really, my sister is like this. My mother really, she doesn't have a choice because she's around me all the time. So, like, and my father is in his own world, which is very interesting, but I'm not seeing him a lot. So I'm not surrounded by people who are in so-called the 3D stuck in this blaming and that kind of reality. But I know that 90% of the world, or 95, or I don't know, they are in this reality, and that when I listen to this, I feel so proud of myself. I was so proud of you. Like really, really take time, a few minutes to really feel that appreciation. Like, I have come so far. Like, this is years of work you've done on yourself. It's not instant. It's many, many years of working and going and doing and persisting and reading and listening and many, many, many things of meditating and looking and seeking and searching and allowing and this is why we are here. And it feels like it's heaven and earth, the difference between that what Simela is saying and then where we are, the way we think, what we are talking about, and it really feels like heaven and earth, or heaven and hell, I would say, because they are creating a personal hell, and we are creating a personal heaven. And guys, we are all living on the same planet, but 8 billion worlds, and this is what is shocking at the same time is fascinating, that it might be one planet but 8 billion worlds, and you are responsible of your own world. And we took this responsibility ages ago. For some of us, like I know, Claire, you've been interested around spirituality like when you were 16, like how many generations ago, like, and you might come around and say, yeah, but I'm not anywhere. Yeah, but no, that's not freaking true. I'm sure that if we go into your, even I would say village, but to your whole county, or I would even say country, you are on one of the highest consciousness people there. And then you can look at yourself and say, yeah, but no, I know, yeah, but because I know how French are, like they are exactly like the Greeks or worse. The Greeks, very, very close-minded, very, very into this politics and patriotism and rules and regulations, and everybody has to be the same, and you have to think the same way, you have to do the same way, and like no individualism, no thinking out of the box, no even like none of the things we talk about here. That's, oh my God. So really, like each of you has come so far in where you live in your lives and in collectively on planet Earth. And that's why we are the leaders of this consciousness, because we are coming into our personal powers much way before everyone else is going to come. And we are showing the way with our consciousness, with our choices, with claiming back our power over our reality, saying, no, there is no one out there creating your life, is you. And the best way is to show other people this is how you do it, and this is what you are doing. And this is why I found this, like, it's just so beautiful. I feel so much appreciation for all of us, for all of you, doing this work, even if it's very, very hard at times. Very, very difficult to face your own responsibility and your own shadows and your own choices, and to realize it's difficult, it's hard to see that you are doing it to yourself. I think this is the hardest thing, at least for me. The hardest thing was to really, even like beyond seeing, was accepting and acknowledging that it's all me. Like, fuck, it's all me. Like, there's, even when I was very, very much very into my spiritual journey, only lately I actually was able to take 100% responsibility. It's only the last few months that I realized, guys, it's all me. It's all me. Like, there's no way. Like, maybe at the beginning you start, taking back responsibility from your parents. You realize, no, it's not their fault, because that's what people do at the beginning of their spiritual journey, right? That they go back into the first 7 years of my life. You fucked me up, so now I'm this and that because of you. And that's how we all start. And then eventually you start pointing to everyone else, to past lives, because it always feels so good. It's kind of you, but it's not really you, because it was in the past, right? So it's just so tricking ourselves into all these, like, kind of responsible, but not really responsible. And then you end up coming to a point where you realize, no, you actually are 100% responsible, and it's your thought. You are responsible with the thoughts you're choosing to believe to be true. And then that's where your power lies. You can just say, no, I don't buy into that, because it fucking feels bad. That's the only reason you're not buying into it. You don't need any other reason why you don't want to think that anymore, because it doesn't make me feel good. And I know when it makes me feel good, I'm aligned with source within me. And that's all the thing that it's important. So I refuse to believe it because it doesn't make me feel good. So it's not true. It's a fucking lie. End of the story. And I'm really, really happy for us and for where we are already in our journey, very advanced, and it's just getting better and better.
Yeah. And when you think about it, it all breaks down into love. It's just about self-love. I mean, how much do I love myself? And do I still want to run the same story? Or do I love myself so much that I'm really saying, no matter what, I love myself over all that other stuff which is happening around. And I'm worthy to feel better because I love myself.
Yeah. Beautifully said. Thank you for that beautiful ending to our conversation. We're going to go from here on. So this, why I'm inviting you to do is the same thing that I am doing. I am every evening, I am assessing my day based on how much or how aware I was during the day, like how much positive thinking, or it's not even the best word, but how aware I was and how much I was able to keep like my attention on choosing positive thoughts and better feeling thoughts and better feeling thoughts and even better feeling thoughts. And I realized that it's sometimes the morning are more, for me at least, morning are a little bit more difficult. It's kind of like and then eventually I'm getting better and better, and usually by midday I'm already in the momentum, and then it gets better and better around afternoon, and evening is usually the highest. But I don't punish myself if it wasn't 100%. I don't think we can actually be 100%, but if 51, you can do 51 of positive and 49 negative or 49 unawareness, it's already an amazing process. So if you can just push this out to beyond 51, and then to become more aware and be better at discerning and faster to no, I'm not going there, no, I'm not thinking that, and just say no, this is what I'm choosing, it's happening, you know, solutions are speeding to me, I'm open to that. And then if you need more help to that, then listen to the audiobook, listen to Nero, listen back to our calls, and whatever you need, do like silent meditations, listen to music without lyrics, and use all the things we talked about, and you will really see how you will start accelerating in your growth. And yeah, that's it. It's awesome, and that's where we are going to go more and more into this and see where we're going to end up. So curious, so excited for our new year. So thank you for being here. In case that you have people who you think that would be a great match to our community, well, invite them, or just send them to me on Facebook, on Messenger, and I'm happy to talk to them, to come on a what's that? Either like I would definitely invite them to a connection call where we can meet and see if they are a good match. And then if they decide that they want to be part, then they can access all the calls, and catch up. Yeah. Or if you want, you can send them to the Manifesting Like a Master. That's a free membership. And it's I already have some calls there, and kind of more introductory type of place. Obviously, we don't do so much personal. We don't do these kind of we don't go deep. I just try to share something so they get the juice of what we are doing. But obviously, if someone is really interested in going all in, then this is the place for now. So just spread the word if you want to help others. And looking forward for us, for you, for them, whoever wants to join. So thank you. Go and have an amazing rest of your week. And we see each other next week.
Thank you, Agnes. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.